Hello everybody, welcome to our class Passionate Learners. Today we are discussing about the child development and pedagogy concept. It is important for all the people who are appearing for the TET exams. TET exams are the teacher eligibility test exams. As a teacher, you need to know something about the child's attitude. So that is how this subject is important for people who are preparing for this teaching kind of exams. So the first question we are dealing today is with: a teacher collects and reads the work of the class, then plans and adjusts the next lesson to meet the student needs. Okay, what is he doing? So, assessment for learning, assessment of learning, assessment as learning, none of the above are the options given below. So, read the question again. A teacher collects and reads the work of the class, then plans and adjusts the next lesson. So, a teacher is taking into consideration today's plan, today's class, and then he's trying to make improvement in the second class. Okay, so he's trying to make improvement depending upon the situation which he faces today. So this is known as the assessment for learning. Okay, next, assessment of learning is something which happens at the end of particular class or end of particular session. Okay, so there is no scope of improvement in assessment of learning. Once you are done with giving an exam, it is done. Okay, we will be not getting another chance of improving ourselves. This is known as assessment of learning. Basically, our final exams, all these kind of things can be considered as assessment of learning. And assessment as learning is something like this. See, if you want to assess yourself, self-assessment comes under the assessment as learning. So, but if you are trying to make changes or trying to bring some improvement in today's, by taking today's class as an example, if you want to bring some change in the next class, it becomes assessment for learning, which a teacher is doing in our first question. Okay, so I hope I'm clear with the first question. The second question is, for whom is the special education targeted to? Special education is given for disabled children. Okay, so a teacher who is teaching in the mainstream to a normal child, her caliber is not sufficient to teach this disabled children. To teach to disabled children, a teacher need to undergo some training regarding this special education, how to treat and how to teach to this children, because they need few learning aids. Okay, yes, they need few learning aids because the children may be like or deaf or dumb or blind, and they have different kinds of problems, maybe visually and all these kind of things. So that is why a special educator is required to teach to this disabled child. The third question is, a speaking activity can be made more purposeful by. It can be made more purposeful by motivating the students to complete the task at the end. Okay, the child. The fourth question is, who decides the direction of education? The direction of the education is mainly decided by teacher, because teacher is a person who teaches the student in a professional way, in a formal way. Okay, so that is why teacher is main important in education. Whatever the child learns in his family comes under. Okay, so in the early childhood time, like around 2 to 3 years of age, or 3 to 4 years, up till 4 years of the age, child doesn't go to school. Okay, child learns everything in his or her home, and this is known as informal education. He is not undergoing any formal education, because there is no such kind of environment. He is learning everything normally. Okay, he or she is learning everything from the parents or surroundings, which becomes the informal education. Sixth question is, according to Dewey, education is. Okay, Dewey, his full name is John Dewey. So he is a psychologist, educational psychologist. Okay, so his view about education is, his view is nothing but he has coined few words. Okay, try to remember those words. The first one he explained is experiential learning. Okay, experiential learning and progressive learning. Okay, so he said that a child in the earlier days used to sit passively when a teacher is explaining. Okay, this kind of education does not fulfill the complete kind of passive knowledge, does not make a complete person. So if a child is learning something, he need to learn it with experience. He need to make it practical, or he should be in a position to apply it wherever it is actually required. This is nothing but experiential or progressive learning. So he says that education should be a social need. A child should mingle with the society. A child should understand his surroundings in order to learn or grab the education. Okay, yes. The seventh question is, the most intense and the crucial socialization takes place in. Okay, this generally takes place in adolescence, because it is a stage where huge transition takes place in maybe in a male or female, irrespective of gender. This socialization takes place mostly during this adolescence, because the child gets matured at this stage and he is able to understand everything, and he will be in a position in a better position when compared to earlier. He will be in a position to understand the abstract concepts. Okay, abstract concepts. And so that is the reason a crucial socialization would take place during the adolescence. And you also need to remember that during early childhood, language development takes place to up to maximum extent. Okay, language development takes place here. Eighth question. A teacher makes use of variety of tasks to cater the different learning styles of her learners. She is influenced by. Okay, so teacher is using n number of variety of methods in order to teach to the students. So what exactly is the method the teacher is following? So this is the question. Okay, so the teacher is following the Gardner's multiple intelligence theory. Okay, Gardner, his full name is Howard Gardner. Okay, Howard Gardner says that intelligence is not measured in a single aspect. Okay, intelligence can be measured in 8 different aspects. See, I can give you an example that if a person is unable to perform well in education, but he plays music very well, so this is a kind of intelligence. Okay, we cannot label him as less intelligent person. He may sing well, or he may compose music well. So he may be good in one stream. If he is bad in one stream, he may be good in another stream. So this is what the Howard Gardner said, and he said that intelligence may be of different kinds. He said that intelligence is of 8 different types. Okay, so what are these? The 8 different types of intelligence are body kinesthetic intelligence. Okay, kinesthetic intelligence means the people who dance and who do body movements, gymnasium, all this comes under one kind of intelligence. And the second one is interpersonal intelligence, the person who speaks to others very well and who maintains good relation with others. This comes under interpersonal. And the next thing is the intrapersonal. Intrapersonal is something who knows himself or herself very well. Okay, this comes under one kind of intelligence. And one more is mathematical intelligence. Yes, suppose some people may do very well in maths, and some people may not perform in other subjects so well as they are performing in mathematics. So this is one kind of intelligence. And one more thing is spatial intelligence. Okay, spatial intelligence is in the sense like knowing something about the surroundings, and the, like, what you call it as spatial intelligence. I can give you example as yes, interior designing. All these things comes under the spatial intelligence. And the next thing he gave us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the next intelligence he quoted is musical intelligence, as we have discussed earlier. Yes, musical intelligence and verbal intelligence. Okay, verbal intelligence is some people may speak very well. Okay, so all these kind of things. Ninth question is, which of the following is correct? Offline teaching is more effective. No. Teacher can be replaced by computer aided instruction. Yes, teacher can be replaced. Face to face teaching is not required. It is sometimes required. So B option is the correct. Teacher can be replaced by the computer aided instruction. 10th question is, according to Article 21A of the Indian Constitution, yes, it is nothing but it is a education is a fundamental right and it should be given, it should be made compulsory to the children who are in between the age group of 6 to 14 years. So this is all about today's class, and these are the questions from all TET exams, like the important questions which they frequently ask in the exam. So just kindly go through these questions and try to remember answers for all these questions. Okay, yes, that's it for today, and thank you so much for watching. Please do like, share and subscribe to Passionate Learners. And if you guys have any doubts regarding today's concept, feel free to comment in the comment box and let me know your doubts so that I could answer your doubts. Okay,